All right, guys, so just resuming the video. Now, what we're going to do is that we're going to go back to the graph here. And in here, we have the set the final dice. Oh my gosh, I just mistyped everything. Final dice. So we're going to create here a new custom event called API display notification, right? Now what happened is that we're going to create a widget from the class, which is going to be called notification. And here we're going to call the API start notification. And then we're going to have the title and the content, right? Now we can compile and save that. Now we're going to have a problem. Where are you going to add the notification here? So we have the display notification. We're going to, first we're going to clear the children. I would like to have only one notification at a time. And then we're going to add child. And the child, it's going to be whatever is this widget that we added right here. And now we can add it, just the really thing here to display the notifications. Right, so now what happened is that on the TCG card component, what we can do here is that we can create here a custom event. And we can maybe call API dash send notification, right? And the thing is, like, send notification only runs on the client, all right? Make sure it's reliable. Now you get the widget reference, and we're going to call the API display notification. So we're going to plug it right here, and this one, to plug it right there. Now all we have to do here, guys, is just basically call this API send notification. Now what we are going to say here is missing mana. And the content here, basically this is a text and text. I don't know why I say text by reference. Text by reference. Is this a text by reference? But anyway, doesn't matter. So we just need to go back to the component here. Missing mana. We're gonna do a literal text, and we're just gonna say you don't have, and then we're gonna do mana, and we can do mana, and then we do that, right? So what happened is that, let's see what's gonna happen. So if I press play, go back, and go back, do that, there we go. Missing mana, you do not have enough mana. You said that this looks a little bit weird. This is just because we need now to open up our style. And I'm just going to drag and drop and duplicate this. And I'm going to call this mana. And I'm going to edit, right? And the text style is going to be like a mana color. And I'm going to compile and save. And let's see. Got a new card. Come on, a new card. So I'm going to throw that, throw this, throw that. And you do not have enough mana. Look at that, guys. And you can close with the X. I think 2 seconds is, I don't know. Maybe it's too, let's just play around with this notification a little bit. So before we do that, let's just play with this animation first. Actually, I'm going to go back here to the animations. Maybe 2 seconds, I don't know. Let's just delete this. Let's add another one called fade out again. Oh, no, sorry. Fade. So I'm going to add here the border again. Here I'm going to add the opacity. Now, it will start to 1. And then let's say around 2 seconds, still 1. But then after that, it will go to, let's say 4 seconds. And then it's going to go back to 0. All right. So let's see what's gonna happen. So you play the animation, and then after you start to fade away. Yeah, I think that's quite cool. All right, now let's go back here. And sorry, I'm just gonna play the fade animation. Now we are gonna wait 4 seconds because it's the time that takes the animation to run. And that's it. Let's see if it doesn't look too janky. I think it should look quite good actually. So 4, right? Add up. Add this. Oh, I did have the thing to run. Missing mana. You do not have enough mana. Okay. I want more mana. Where's the mana? You see? It looks quite cool actually. Of course, the design of this doesn't look great yet. But at this point, we have everything that we need. We can send messages to the player. We can send, like, you can tell the user what's happening on the screen. And I think that concludes us this part of this series. So I think what I'm going to do here next, guys, that we have to start work now is the ability to, before even do the turns and undo all that stuff, is the ability to damage our player. One thing I would like to quickly adjust is that when I use this card, that number gets removed. I don't want that to happen because you already use your cards, which means that you have a max amount of cards, right? So let's just do that one quite quickly. So what happened here, I think that's done on the widget here. So when we remember that we do reload the attributes, we get a max card, we get a current card. So the current cards, okay, the current cards is, so the current cards is, let's say, I think I will have to, I'm gonna have to change this a little bit. So I'm gonna open up the player info, okay, and here we have cards, we have deck, and we're gonna have let's say cards received. That's gonna be an integer, and we're gonna save this. Now this is gonna be, you know, we're gonna do that thing that we always do when we change a structure that already has a data table. This again is just to avoid any possible issue that we may have once that's being used on the widgets. Once this is up and running, I'll resume the video. All right, guys, so the engine is reloaded. Okay, now I'm gonna reopen the assets that I had open. Now what I would like to do here is that we have the cards received. So now on the component, we have the actions that we, let me just go back here to the game actions, that we add a new card, right? So every time we add a new card, we call that on the widget. But before we do anything else, we just need to update that value for us. So I'm just gonna go and edit a big space to work here. So you're gonna add it up. So we call in the the widget. Now what happened is that we are gonna get the player info, and we would like to get here the cards received, and we gotta do a plus. Can we do an increment? I guess we can. Just do that here. You're always incrementing the cards. Now here on the main widget, in theory, hopefully, and we just need to get this cards received, current card. And now if I do play here, right, I have 1, 2, and 3, which is good. So if I remove the card, look, that doesn't disappear because I already used the card. But now I keep adding more cards and adding more cards and adding more cards. So in this way, you know that you already have 9 cards of 30, right? And that means you can be in trouble, right? Something like that. Now we do want to, I think that basically conclude us everything related to, oh yeah, there's one thing here. Sorry, I forgot. When we add this, this stuff here, let's just get the notification here, and we're gonna set the Z index, or get Canva get slot. Okay, get slot. Get Canva slot as canvas panel. Set the index, the order, and here we're gonna do some ridiculous amount of number, 99999, just so the message it's always on top of everyone. So if I keep adding new cards, so if I add it here and I throw the card, something like that, I don't have a message anymore. Why? So let's just try. I mean, still are where I don't necessarily. Oh no, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's because the card should always be on top of everything. The card is our main thing. But anyway, you see, now you don't have mana. Missing mana. You need mana. You do not have mana. So yeah, I think that's fine. Now what we're gonna have to do here is the ability now to damage our enemy. Okay, that is gonna be not complicated, but we will need to proper engineer how we're gonna behave. But I just wanna, take the time to thank you guys for being following me. If you get done to this part, if you get, if you made it this far, you basically fundamentally learned a very hard thing, which is how to manage UI with games, and now we're starting to create rules. And as you can see, our game here is starting to get very like a game-like. It looks like a proper game, like we started from a box and now look like we have a 3D object. We have a lot of rules in here that we added that still not, let's say, fully added to the game, but is all programmed. So we always have a bunch of things here. I just want to take this chance to thank you guys very much. Let me know if is there anything to be improved in the tutorials, if you guys are enjoying, or if I talk too much certain aspects. It's always good things to learn how you finding that. Because the more you do tell me, it's easy for me to correct the courses. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.